All right, here are my thoughts about time travel. Where people say, "Oh, you can travel back in time," and I'm like, I have some thoughts about why I don't believe it actually happens, or you can do it, because let's say you can travel back in time. Okay, you got your present time, and you go back in time. All right, so you go back 24 hours to you. So there would be two of you. So then, if you go back another minute, that would be three of you. Then you'd go back even another minute. That would be four of you. So where does it stop being you? Can you go back every second? So there's 60 of you every minute? That's why I don't think time travel is possible, because there'd be you can go back 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and there are all these yous in time. And when do they? Is it just that increment of time is only you, and then another person takes the next second, and another one takes the next second, and it's just that one increment of time, 1 second, or can you go down to half a second? Or that one person you view back in time will only last 1 second. It keeps replaying that 1 second over and over. So when you go back in time, are you at that second, and when you start playing, you're just playing miniature 1 seconds each time to make the time frame, to the future. I don't know. It's just something that I don't believe that you can do. I don't, space travel, I think that's a different thing. But time travel, I don't believe you can go back in time and do that, because if you see yourself back in time, you would know in the future time that you've seen yourself already, wouldn't you? So you would remember going back in time before you went back in time. Isn't that right? So then you would probably go back in time before you went back in time. You know what I mean? Like, okay, say 20 years ago, I seen myself back in time. So 20 years, I made a time machine, and I went back in time, but that just isn't right. Why didn't I knew I went back in time 20 years ago, or I seen myself from the future 20 years ago. Now, why wouldn't I make a time machine 15 years from that when I seen myself in the past? Why? Even 10 years, even 5 years. And why doesn't anybody ever remember them seeing themselves or something back in time? Remember, you know what I mean? Like, nobody remembers seeing themselves like, oh, I got visited from the future. Nobody's seen that. Nobody has any records, no records, no photographs, no video, no nothing that you came from the future. So I think that's another thing there. I just don't believe time travel is possible. No. I'm sorry. It's just a little bit of thoughts I had. All right. Take care.